What's up, YouTube? It is your man Tim coming to you Tuesday, May 31st, 2022. About to roll out, headed to Siler City, North Carolina. Which is about 30 minutes away from the crib. Headed to Augusta, Georgia. 251 miles away. $500. $1.99 point something per mile. Not the greatest either one. Not the greatest load, not the greatest miles, not the worst miles neither. But not quite $2. It's almost $2. Almost $2. Somehow, if it comes up a mile short, it's $2. Yeah, man, I'm headed there, man. There's nothing. I'm hearing that new truck. The other truck isn't ready, which it wasn't gonna be ready. I got my adapter, got my EDL back working. Now this is my Garmin E-Log that I've been using. And this is the adapter from Amazon. Let's see if I can get those numbers to come in just in case. Plug this adapter into there, and then let me see if I can, well, be honest, I just about can do it from the ground. Then I should be able to plug this part hold on, let's try to set the phone right here. I have reset, and we're about to go do the damn thing. I guess that's pretty much it. I'm just really here just letting everything kind of cool off, and also putting these addresses into my GPS, man, and then we'll get started. What my plan is, I don't got an immaculate plan, but this doesn't have to be dropped until tomorrow. I will make an attempt to drop it today, but I doubt if I'll get it dropped today. But if I do get it dropped today, the plan is to try to do Amazon tonight. And I got to get that figured out, because I don't know much about Augusta. But anyway, man, that's about it, man. That's the update. The truck is quieter, I can tell you that. It's a lot quieter. The seats are more comfortable. It raised my insurance about $40 a month. But of course, this first week, I'm going to end up paying around $213 extra because I didn't get my insurance, because I could not get my insurance information in time. course, man. I'm planning. I'm out here on the grind, man. Of course, this is the last time I'm looking through the mirror there. That's the last time I'm gonna see no some type of sticker on the window. It's gonna be the last time I see my old beat up truck. Of course, this month. See if we can find an alternate route. My GPS is telling me I can avoid tolls. It'll add 6 minutes to my route. We'll go with that. We'll roll with that. If you can avoid the tolls for extra 6 minutes. But the thing about it is that it's 3 miles less. So there you go. It is no longer 251 miles. It is now 148 miles. So it's over $2 a mile. Plus, I don't have to pay the toll. Just for 6 minutes longer.
Turn right at the traffic light. Continue on North Carolina 147.
In Siler City, 5:31, 22, 10:55 a.m. Siler City, North Carolina, approaching.
Turn right at the traffic light.
Approaching the destination. I am supposedly 6 minutes away, according to the GPS. Four minutes away, according to the GPS.
In 1 3/4 miles, turn left on Siler City Industrial Park. Alright, I'm going to dock 18 now.
22nd, I guess, dock relocation.
When possible, make a U-turn.
The guy is definitely comfortable doing his job. He's definitely just got comfortable doing his job. And I hope one of them wasn't the docks that I needed to go to. I hope that isn't the case. Because if it is, he really has got comfortable doing his job. Dock 18. Yeah, but you know, one of them people that have done their job so many times that they forget that the people that they are dealing with, in many cases, is their first time. We understand you've done it a million times, but people you dealing with, it's only this probably their first time ever. Y'all don't deal with a lot of the same. Even if you deal with the same company, maybe not the same driver. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna unlock the door. I'm sorry, I don't got my body cam. Out and about right now. I wish I could show you the inside of this truck. Alright, I got it. I got the money. Got this little package list. And I got these things too. I get these all the time. This truck is tight. I have to go through a miracle to get my clipboard, man, so I just had to stick it in the armrest. But like I was saying, yeah, I get those seals all the time. I say I probably done got them maybe around 12, 15 times.
Turn right on Old US 421 North.
And I never use them. If they don't make me, and they have never made me use them. But I have enough room for about 2 pilots, possibly 3, like if necessary, I could make room for 3. generally, that's what I'm about to go do
In 1
right
mile,
now. Is I'm
keep
about
left to US 421 business route.
to go to a truck stop, and I might not even go to a truck stop. All these barbecue places around here, man. Probably gonna go to one of these barbecue places and see if I can.
In 3/4 of a mile, keep left to US 421 business route.
My man, I don't know, he come back from lunch, man. He had some hot dog. Because to me, truck stops, not just truck stops, but a lot of places have ruined hot dogs. Because to me, you do want a decent hot dog. First of all, you do want a decent hot dog. But to me, the important thing about a hot dog is the stuff that you put on the hot dog. And that's where they have I don't know what kind of chili this shit is. They come in the bag. They come out looking like shit. And the cheese.
Keep left to US 421 business route.
I mean, to me, it literally just seems like, hey, this is something so we can say that we are selling.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right on East 11th Street.
That we can say we selling you chili and cheese, but it don't taste like neither one. It don't taste like cheese and it don't taste like chili. But for some reason, y'all keep buying it, so we keep selling it. But it's the nastiest thing, and to me, it ruined hot dogs. It ruined hot dogs, if you can even find that. Because to be honest, what the fuck is that noise?
Turn right at the traffic light.
To be honest,
some restrictions apply.
the radio. Oh shit. Well, yeah, to be honest, to me, chili makes the hot dog. That's the bottom line. I mean, I had a hot dog.
Continue on East 11th Street.
I built food trucks, but I built me a food truck called the Dog Father. And it had good hot dogs and chili. It was very hard to make the chili, very time consuming to make the chili. And generally I always had to make it because I had an inconsiderate, impatient other half that I'm not even gonna get into that. But the bottom line is I had to make the chili if I wanted it made right. But yeah, man, they just killing with the chili, man. And I forgot all about stopping anywhere, but I'm pretty sure I have more chances to stop.
Arriving at 1137 Garrett Boulevard, Augusta, Georgia, 30909, on the left.
Hopefully I'll be able to get this shit off. Okay, Garmin. Truck stop.
Which result would you like? Going to pilot on Jimmy Dice Parkway in Augusta, Georgia. Please drive to highlighted route.
What's up, YouTube, man? I'm here at, what is it, Stay America. Basically at my drop in Augusta, Georgia. They say, not today. Got just say, I just missed them by about 15 minutes. So now I'm mad that I actually stopped for about 15 minutes. But I don't know. I guess that's a learning lesson. Like I told you, like basically I weighed my odds. What did I have? What was more likely to happen? For me to get 2 pallets? And they don't got no curves. Just in case of you guys wondering while truck is tossing pretty hard. But yeah.
In 1/4 mile, turn right on Wheeler Road.
Basically, I'm headed to Pilot truck stop now. It's 1.8 miles away. They told me I can bring me back at 7. Of course, you know I'll be here at 6 a.m. What's up, YouTube? It is your man Tim. I am in Augusta, Georgia. It is 9:55 p.m. I'm at a Pilot truck stop. It is hot. So I'm up burning the fuse. And this sucker burns the fuse. I don't know, man. I'm just going to try to give you a quick update, really quick as possible. Or maybe not. Basically, I got a load from Siler City, North Carolina, which was about 30 minutes from my home. Today for $500 for what was listed as 250 miles, but ended up being actually 248 miles after I told my GPS to avoid the tolls. It added 6 minutes to my route, but it took 3 miles off my travel distance. I think I said that right, just in case it didn't. It took 6 minutes. It added 6 minutes to the route. 6 minutes to the route, and took 3 miles off, traveling miles off. So it actually ended up coming up to 248. And actually, I misquoted. It started out as 251 miles for $500. But with the readjustments, it ended up being 248 for 500, which was a partial load, and couldn't get nothing to go with it. That's the bottom line. I couldn't get nothing to go with it. I'm up here in Augusta. I tried to drop it off around 4:30. They wouldn't take it. They told me to come back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Fine with me, because it really wasn't supposed to be delivered until after 9 a.m. tomorrow. It wasn't supposed to be delivered today. That was just me trying. But for trying, I still sped up the drop-off time by at least 2 hours. Of course, I'm going to be there before 7, trying to get it off. But not too much before 7, you know, because I talked to the guy. He told me the only reason that he ain't going to take it off is because he don't have any labor there. And that's the same thing I'm expecting tomorrow, is for him not to have any labor there. Well, I expect him to have labor there. Let me rephrase it. I expect him to have people who work there before 7. But they're hourly workers. And they ain't gonna move until 7 o'clock. So that's that. But anyway, I came out here to this truck stop. I've been out here since about really 4 something too. Let's just say 5 p.m. It's 1.8 miles away from my drop. Just in case I didn't say, it's a Pilot in Augusta. It's very small. It got 3 showers, 3 shitters, 3 pissers. 3, 3, and 3. And I'm not going to go into no long drawn out story, but they got one young guy around here, man. They done aged him about 40 or 50 years. And he been working non-stop since, I thought he was a truck driver initially. And I was like, he looked pretty rough. But he ain't. He's the, I guess I'm going to call him the housekeeper. I done seen him do everything. Everything since I done been here. And that's, it's not bad kept, really. Let me rephrase it. I just come out there out of the bathroom and he was in there cleaning the bathroom. But I done seen him do everything. I done seen him washing clothes, cleaning the bathrooms, cleaning the showers, cleaning up out here, trash, unloading boxes, loading boxes. I mean, he's been non-stop since I pulled up at 5, and this is 5 hours later. Homeboy been wide open, and it literally looks like they working him to death. Literally, you know. I'm not trying to be funny, man, but he looked like he about 20. To me, I can see 28, 20, 27, 28. But it's been a rough 27, 28. Probably so rough that I'm wrong about the 27, 28. He probably, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but he's probably younger than that. He's probably younger than that. But they definitely working the shit out of him. And he's definitely a hard worker. He's definitely a hard worker. I don't know why he's working so hard, but he's a real hard worker. There he is outside. He outside now looking at one of these containers. He got a flashlight. They got some containers out here. Hell, I don't know. They got them going and they're getting something, but I'm telling you, man, he's been doing everything. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. I got another load. I got a load going to make it short and sweet, Miami, Florida. From Augusta, going to Miami. It's actually going to, we're just going to leave it at Miami. It's actually going to Amazon. It's not Amazon Relay. This is me taking some more parts to Amazon. I hadn't released the other video, but coming, I don't think I did. Well, I know I didn't because it was real controversial. There was some controversial stuff in there I just didn't want to release right now at this time. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah, but the bottom line is I just brought a load from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Amazon in Charlotte. That's how I got back in North Carolina. Is I brought that load from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Charlotte. It was a partial load too. $1.55 a mile. It wasn't great, but it was a partial load. I didn't get nothing to go with it. And me trying to get back to North Carolina, mainly so I can get my DOT physical, but also so I could supposedly getting oil change, but I actually got a vehicle change instead. I think you guys didn't heard me rant about that. And yes, my insurance went up 40 something dollars a month. Yes, I have to pay additional $213 this Thursday, regardless. Doesn't even matter. I have to pay that extra regardless, because I'm dealing with a jackass, basically. Yes, this truck burns a lot of gas. This trip was about 500 and about I'm sorry, no, this trip was 250 miles. I don't know what I'm thinking. This trip was 250 miles, and my opinion is it used more than $125 worth of gas. So it uses more than half the miles, more than 50% of the miles that you have to travel. So 250 miles, yes, it probably used 100. Well, with all this shit going on right now, man, like me, I'm running the truck now. It's using some gas. It's using some gas. When I first got, I don't know how much it cost to fill up, but I left the house, it was 300 miles is what it was saying. It can go 300 miles. Let me get out. When I left the rental place, it was saying 300 miles. It was saying about 270 something when I left the house. This was 250 miles. I had to put some gas in there. I put some gas in there, and I took it back from about 30 miles up to 200 and about 70 miles, and now it's at 153 miles. So if I put $125 of very, 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 very cheap gas in it, so it drinks some gas. But anyway, $1,200 to go 603 miles to Miami with one pallet. I got one pallet, so I'm trying to get something to piece with that. I've already been on the load board. There's a lot of things in Florida, believe it or not. There's actually a lot of loads in parts of Florida going to Miami or going to another part of Florida, Florida to Florida. So my plan really tomorrow is to drop this load, go pick up the one pallet, and to start heading to Florida, but to keep my eye on that load board and look for something to put with this one pallet, something to put with this one pallet to sweeten up this load. But whenever I do get to Miami and get the stuff dropped, if I'm correct, I'm going to be dead heading back to Fort Myers, to that Amazon, and actually take that Amazon somewhere. I'm going to take it somewhere that night, somewhere south, somewhere north, to get a little bit of further north and to get a little bit of money, instead of deadheading, and that's as much of a plan as I got. I'm gonna try to get out of there pretty quick. I'm not gonna try to Amazon my way all the way out, because I know it's just gonna take forever. I mean, I can see me having to Amazon probably 3 or 4 times to get up out of there. So I'm not going to try to do that. Now, if I can do it in 2 times, that may be a possibility, but I'm not going to do it no 3 times. But yeah, that's the plan I got, man. That's what's going on with me. And really, right now, my best hope is to get something else to go to Miami just to sweeten it up. It'll be nice if I could get another $2 a mile load. So guys, I'm gonna just show you a little bit of footage of what we got going on here. And I'm gonna come up here and take my straps off. But pretty much here. There. That's my load here. This was considered a partial load, and could have went one more box over on its side, but they didn't do that, and I don't know, I didn't stress the issue, but that's that. So here I am. It's just early morning at the drop site. There I go. So still here at 6:57 p.m. and a few guys have kind of came towards the truck. But ain't nothing happening till 7:01. And I understand that. You know, that's when you were paid to work. Well, actually it's 7, but you know, you're gonna go by the latest 7 as possible. And it's 7:02 by the latest clock, and they just started. And it looks like they're just gonna sit them on the curb. So thank goodness for that they really ain't taking them nowhere. But trying to figure out I'm gonna imagine, I'm trying to just guesstimate how many boxes it is, since I really don't know. It's not on the paperwork, but it's that time for me to pull the paperwork out so I don't forget. So I'm imagining that it's 7 rows. Imagine it's 42. Maybe 42, 46. Boxes is my guesstimate. It's 52. I was off by 10. Well, 46. It's off by 6. And yep.
Can you just take a look at this one, whoever loaded it? This one, I don't know if it's damaged yet or not, but I just want you to see it. We'll know as soon as we get her out of there.
All right.
Okay, we're good.
All right.
You got that one.
Yeah, it was hard to get me back out the house though. Once I got there, cause I got back. What's up, YouTube, man? It is 7:28. I'm headed to my pickup. I'm unloaded. Met another young brother here at this place that he used to do Well, just recently, just a couple of weeks ago, he was doing the box truck. And I talked to him for about 20 minutes, man, maybe, or however long it was that he was unloading the truck. And he would just tell me about some of the trials and tribulations. And basically, how he broke down and budget wouldn't replace his truck. He was saying he broke down a couple of times.
In 1/4 mile, turn right on Wheeler Road.
And he was mentioning, like, if you break down with budget and you load it, break down with budget and you load it, how they won't tow you until you unload yourself or something like that. Which is good to know information, but that's definitely something I didn't know. And that he broke down several times, and that's what he was saying. He was like, it's those DEF systems. Those DEF systems be breaking down. He was like, every time it was the DEF system that went out. So
turn right on Wheeler Road.
That's good information again. But then he was like, the last time he broke down, they wouldn't replace his truck. Wouldn't get him another truck. So let me pull it out here. But yeah, he said they wouldn't replace his truck. And so he ended up going to Ryder, but Ryder was just
in 1/2 mile, turn right on I-20
too
East.
expensive for him to make it, bottom line. So basically he's doing temporary work. He's working for this construction company through a temporary company. And basically, like, he's just trying to grind his way back to, get his money back right.
Turn right at the traffic light.
But he gave me a lot of good tips. He told me some things about the Midwest that I didn't know about. I wish I could have talked to the brother for hours, to be honest. I literally would have sacrificed an hour, let me put it that way. I would have gave up an hour to get to this next load. And I always mess up. I'm going to pull over right quick.
Take exit 196 AB on the right to I-520 East, then keep right.
When I let people shut the back gate door, that's pretty much what happened here. I let someone shut the back door. And I start hearing stuff jump around, and then I want to look. Okay. Woo. But yeah, anyway, he was a wealth of knowledge, man. I wish I could have. I wish I could have got an hour with him, because he done been there and done that. But I'm gonna tell you one of the biggest things I got from it is that right now he out of the business, you know. And you know, that don't mean he out, but it sure don't mean he in. And none of us is imagining I can't even see if this is the right exit or not. Look like I'm just gonna have to
Be in the right lane.
He down and out.
In 3
I don't
quarters
want to
of
say
a
it
mile,
that way,
keep
but
left to
for
I-520
right now.
east.
Hold on, wait a minute, you motherfuckers. No. But yeah, he down and out for right now. I definitely hope the brother get back into it, man. I didn't even get his name. Like I say, it just kind of, the conversation just started. He was just on there unloading boxes, and then he just, you know, started saying, "Hey man, I used to do this."
Keep left to I-520 east.
Traffic is unforgiving today. But anyway, man, I don't know. I'm going to try to just start it all over from the get-go. But anyway, man, basically what happened, when I was getting the truck loaded, I met a
Continue on
young brother,
I-520.
say he's 32. Yeah, I didn't even get his name, but he say he's 32 years old. Exact same fucking car, man. I'm telling you, killing me with this shit. Like literally, I'm having to threaten to ram him to get him to get the fuck off my. Anyway, let me start over again. So anyway, man, I was there getting this truck loaded, man, and I ran into there was 2 guys unloading. The older gentleman, maybe about my age, and the younger gentleman, he was 32 years old. And you know, he started telling me, "Hey, man, I used to do this." He started kicking with me and started telling me about his journey into the box truck business, which wasn't that long ago. Like a month and a half ago, he was doing this. But anyway, he was telling me about budget. Evidently he done it for a while. I really didn't get the chance to get that time span, but he definitely told me, like what everybody say, the Midwest. But I asked him, like, what cities do he like in the Midwest? And I'm not trying to hold nothing from you guys, but he told me a couple of them. But the way my brain works is, I would take the information in, and like right now, I don't remember all of the places he told me off top. Only places I really can remember was the very first place he said, which was Detroit. But it will come to me later on, and I don't mind sharing it with you. I don't think I'm trying to not share, but that's literally the way my brain works. It will come back to me later, because I'm all over the place today. But anyway, he was just telling me about his experiences. He had several breakdowns. All of his breakdowns was the DEF system, the diesel exhaust fluid systems, and I've done a little bit of research. You got to be careful about your research too, because you're going to read a lot of research that's going to act like it's the best thing since sliced bread. But really what it is tearing people's trucks up, really, for the lack of a better word, is that it's tearing people's trucks up. A lot of truckers get these systems canceled out, is what they call it. A lot of truckers get these systems canceled out before it fucks up their truck, which you're not supposed to. But I've heard several people on YouTube talk about it. Truckers, not box truckers, but regular truckers, talk about this. I heard some say you should, some say you shouldn't. I know that's one reason why a lot of these guys, I don't even remember what they call them no more, but they like these older trucks, pre-DEF, and that's also one of the reasons why, because I told you I wanted to Hino 268, but what I probably didn't tell you was the year. I want one not newer than 2010, because from my understanding, the ones after that is where they start having the DEF systems on that. So I want one, and that's why I say my insurance should go down. If y'all remember me saying that, my insurance should go down, because I don't want a new one. I'd rather have an older one without the DEF system, because I think I'll get more mileage out of it. I think I'll come out cheaper in several ways. On the majority of the maintenance, I think I'll come out cheaper, because those DEF systems ain't cheap to fix. From my understanding, $6,000 to $8,000.
In 1 3/4 miles, take the exit on the right, then take the second right.
But anyway, let me tell you some, before I get into all that about the DEF system, let me tell you some more about my man's journey. He said he broke down several times. He told me that he used budget and he don't like budget. And I told him, hey, we on the same page on that. And told him about my little ordeal, about this little oil change that turned into a vehicle change. And that I got the gasoline one now, and it does suck up some gas. But anyway, more about his journey. He said he broke down several times. Sometimes he broke down when he was loaded, and the thing about it is, if you are loaded, they will make you unload it before they will tow it, which that's good information to know. But pretty much, and what he said the very last time he broke down with budget.
Take the exit on the right, then take the second right.
The very last time he broke down with budget, they wouldn't replace his truck. And then he had to go scramble, and he got one through Ryder. But the price point just wasn't working for him, basically. It just wasn't working for him. It was a lot of factors.
Turn right on Mike Paget Highway.
He was saying he could have made it work, but also his daughter's birthday was coming up. They just passed. I'm not sure if it just passed because now it's sticking in my head and he said June 3rd. So it may not even have passed yet. The things may be a lot more recent than I'm recalling. I'll recall all this later. Trust me. This is just the way my brain works. I input the information and I'll process it later. I mean, I'll get the information and I'll actually process it later. Like once I sit still and have the opportunity to think. Right now, I'm kind of all over the place. One, I'm trying to think of the story.
In 2.25 miles, turn right on Tobacco Road.
I'm trying to follow these GPS directions. Then three, I'm also thinking about today. You know, what I'm going to... I don't want to get into... I want to kind of stay on topic, you see, because that's the thing. I can jump from topic to topic because these topics are floating around in my head right now. I'm having a conversation, but we don't need to have a conversation. But anyway, yeah, he said the last time he broke down with budget, man, they wouldn't replace his truck. So he went with Ryder for a little while. But then his daughter's birthday was coming up, which I believe he said June 3rd. That's what I'm recalling, which is not even here yet. It's actually 2 days from now. And he says, you know, basically he's doing that, what he's doing right now, just as a, I guess you would call it a place filler. That's not the word that he used, but he used more like for now, which led me to use the word place filler. It's something just to keep money coming into his pocket. And that's that. I'm about to turn on Tobacco Road, which is funny. Of course, we got Tobacco Road in Durham and Chapel Hill. Many of you know that road. Sports fans, I think they had a documentary called Tobacco Road or something like that. I don't know. 8 miles that separate the two schools, Chapel Hill and Duke. Anyway, yeah,
in 1 mile,
the bottom line,
turn right on
he,
Tobacco Road,
he gave
then
me
take
some
the first
valuable
left.
information, and reflecting on his situation, how he had a business doing this, and now he's doing something else. Because, you know, we just honest, I'm not, and I hope it's not his case, unless that's the way that he wanted. But I hope that if he wants to get back into this game, that he's able to get back into this game. You know, like I say, I didn't get to talk to him that long. I would have liked to have been able to talk to him a lot longer to see if he still had his authority, if he was still paying insurance. I don't know, but family seemed to be a big part of it, of his decision. Like, he could have still been out there, but family played a big part of it.
Turn right on Tobacco Road,
as
then
well.
take the first left.
And I agree with you. It can. You can say fortunate or unfortunate for me that I don't have a lot of family that I need to see on such a regular basis. You know, my sons. My one son is grown, and I'm separated, so I don't have a significant other. Is this the right road? Or a girl or a lady. Let me just put that out there. I don't want to mislead nobody. I don't want you to be thinking I separated from my ex-lady.
Turn left on Forward Augusta Drive.
Which, to me is whatever floats your boat. I'm just clarifying.
In 1/2 mile, head to 2044 Forward Augusta
man,
Drive,
let me try to
Augusta,
get
Georgia, 30906, on the right.
Anyway, that's his story, man. He was out there, he was doing it. He schooled me a little bit to the Midwest. And it seemed like I actually schooled him to a couple of things too. I gave him a couple of pointers. It seemed like there were some things he didn't know. But that's the way it works. Nobody's too
Head to
new
2044 Forward Augusta Drive, Augusta, Georgia,
to have some secrets,
30906,
but
on
definitely
the right.
nobody's too old to have some tips. That's what I meant to say, both way tips. Nobody's, just because you're new don't mean that you don't have no tips for nobody. But also, just because you're old, you definitely got some tips. So anyway, man, I'm here. Turn the camera around. I'm here. And I'm gonna find out where I should go. Figure out what order I want to do this in. I think I'm gonna come and park and do my paperwork, then call my cousin. He just hit me up, want me to give him a call. There we go, little baby bump. So now I'm gonna caulk my wheels. And that's pretty much it.